Uh,
Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here for episode 60 of TGW. It's going to be a Titan XP of an episode. See what I did there?
yeah, episode 60. So
Oh,
yeah,
he's
what's up, guys?
getting on the 6D.
Yeah. So we are back
Hey, what's up,
once
guys?
again.
Joker here
Hang
for
on,
I've
pause
still
it.
got.
episode
I've,
Looking back.
60. There it is.
okay.
I paused it.
I've still got to wake up as usual. You know, these streams can be rough, but yeah, we got an awesome show lined up for you guys. Got all those hot topics in the last week to talk about. In particular, yeah, the Titan XB. So it's just called the Titan X, isn't it? Yeah, they're just like
Yeah,
people.
the
Yeah.
It's the Titan X Pascal
Yeah.
edition, kind of. So,
But yeah, I mean that naming scheme though, what was going on with that? I mean, straight away, you gotta talk about that. I mean, what were they thinking? Come on, you need a new identifier for a new product. I mean,
Yeah,
that's like
I would have changed it up. I mean, I like the look of the card though. I mean, I think the founders cards just look sexy as fuck. Like I hate what they did with the pricing, but the cards feel amazing. And like I would like to have that card because it's black and it would
I
look
mean,
really
I,
awesome in my black system.
well, anyone would like to have that card, right? I mean, it's going to be a very big card. It's going to be a huge performer. There is no doubt about that. Or there's no doubt it, Joker. But
As the kids say on the streets.
yeah, that's it. So this thing is huge, right? What are we looking at? 3,584 CUDA cores. So that's at 1.53 gigahertz out of the box, and then of course, you'll be able to overclock it, whatnot. They're saying it's up to 60% faster in performance than the Titan X, which, I mean, depending on whatnot, I'd say around 50% in real world games and whatnot, but that's still a very big increase. So you got to hand it to them for getting the big increase from going from one thing to another. However, as we were talking about with the price, we kind of predicted that they would do, a little jack up, and that's what we've got. We're going from $1,000 to $1,200 now.
Speaking of being jacked up, you basically just jacked right up through personal news right into the first topic.
Yeah, I did. I did. Well, I guess we got to talk tech. I don't know because I got to be honest. I don't have any personal news except for there's a lot
Well,
of
no,
stuff.
no, well, no, we'll just go straight into the topics. Like we'll stay on this path here. We'll do some personal news at the end of the episode with the Q&A. We'll mix it all.
Yeah,
and
but
talk about that.
well, personal news. I'll make it like 10 seconds. I don't have any personal news except I'm cleaning up behind the scenes. There's a lot going on behind the scenes.
I got the
and
nitro.
yeah, you got the nitro. Awesome. Yeah, and yeah, I got to watch the review. I just saw it in my email inbox. I was like, okay, well, we've got to do the show. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a sexy little card.
Yep. And
Anyway, yeah,
what else?
but yeah,
Well, you went down to Best Buy too. Let's stop
Yeah.
the topics. Let's stop the topics. You went down to Best Buy.
We'll circle back to Titan X. We were on the specs
Yeah,
on Titan
yeah,
X. We'll
yeah.
circle back to that. Yeah,
Okay,
so I did have to go to Best Buy. I tweeted about that to you. I had to go to Best Buy because
Yeah.
my HDST drive, my 4 terabyte died, and I had to go out to Best Buy and go grab a new
Your
drive.
wait, your HGST drive died.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Wait. Joker's drive died, ladies and gentlemen. The one that he praises and he tells everyone's the holy grail of hard drives. It died. So
It does happen, believe it or not.
I know,
So,
but
yeah,
I thought they were.
It was
immortal.
it was basically on its way out. It was on its way out, and like it was slowing down really bad when I would go to open up like File Explorer, and then I was trying to record something to shadow play on that drive, and every time I would do that and try to open up the file afterwards, it would crash. So
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, this drive is basically done. So I went out and picked up a 3 terabyte Seagate drive from Best Buy,
Yeah.
and copied stuff over. I was able to copy stuff off of it, okay, and now I took it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
but when you walked through that door in Best Buy, how did you feel?
I felt pretty stocious. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's get some, let's get a hard drive.
So that's it. When I walk through that Best Buy door in a month or two, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Best Buy, ladies and gentlemen.
And then you're gonna, people were like, yeah, but you need to go to like Micro Center, and then you go to a
Doesn't
real
matter.
store.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get the noob salesman, are you? Like, come on, let's be honest. The noob salesman makes the whole experience.
Well, no, I don't know that. I hate that in Best Buy. I hate like they all come up to me and try to like bother me.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
good.
oh, can I help you? You know what you're looking for? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I know
Well,
what I'm
imagine
looking
imagine a
for.
world with no one in it, man. It'd be a lonely world, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
So,
it'd be
the
peaceful too.
chat's asking me, Joker. They're saying Joker looks stoned. I look stoned. I no, I just woke up like I had a hard time waking up this morning. I was like, oh God, alarm. Like, I was really having just a good sleep. It was one of those moments, and I had to get up. I'm not getting a nitro yet. I don't know. I messaged Sapphire, but apparently, like the U.S. department is different to the Asia division. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I'd love to get my hands on one and review it for you guys, and tell you guys the full deload on the card. But yeah, I guess just it is what it is. So I just honestly though, I've got so many other things to worry about. I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, there's a lot more reviews coming. It's just not with the graphics card and whatnot. But I'm pretty energetic though, man. I've got a lot to do in the next few days. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so we've got here the Titan XP. Let's get back to that, okay? Let's
Yeah,
get back to
you were talking about the specs on it, and I was going to comment that I was kind of disappointed that it didn't have 3,840 CUDA cores, because
Yeah.
it would have really completed the full circle of the 10 series line. Like, they had the 1920, the 2560, and then they could have the 3840, and they also had the 1280. So it would have been like the full resolution lineup in CUDA core representation. So that's
Yeah,
like,
they could have had that, but they didn't. They didn't
they
do
would
it.
have they would have confirmed the Jensen Illuminati, but unfortunately not this time.
Well, the Quadro apparently does. It's Quadro 6000. So the
Yeah, but
Jensen
that's
Illuminati.
well, the full GP102. That's basically what this is, just a cut down GP102.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got
it's got DDR5X on there, which is
yeah,
kind of disappointing.
they're putting 5X on there. Interesting. I mean, we sort of thought they would. I honestly didn't think they'd get it out so soon, though. I thought they would have waited at least like a month and a half to sell some more 1080s and 1070s. I mean,
Well,
it's
those
just like,
last rumors that we saw said August, so they were right.
oh, right on the money. Yeah, like the $1,200 price point. I thought that was that was going to come. The 5X was we kind of knew that was kind of coming if it came out soon, right? Because of the fact that HBM2 wasn't ready for mass production. But yeah, here it is. And so Jen owes Brian $1 or something. Cool. Give me $1, man. That's cool. Yeah.
I think I think
According to the article.
I think the real question here, though, Brian, is: do you lift or are you actually on roids?
I lift.
He's like, no, I just lift.
Just lift, bro. I wouldn't mind getting a 6-month course, though. No, just jokes. Jokes. Yeah. What do we got? So anyway, Titan XP, $1,200. If you've got that kind of money, do we want to talk about in general, like tech getting more expensive as well? I mean, we're seeing $1,700 CPU. We're seeing a $1,200 GPU. Because honestly, this is kind of like aimed at the gaming market, yeah. Like,
they don't market it as a gaming card, but it is, the gaming market still goes after it at the enthusiast level, it seems. And
yeah,
it almost seems like they just keep pushing the boundaries of how much they can charge just to see how much they can charge.
Well, it doesn't have floating point 64, does it? So yeah, kind of. I guess they are targeting it towards the gaming market with the new Titan X. So I don't know what to take out of this. I mean, am I going to be recommending it to anyone for $1,200? No, unless they absolutely cannot wait. Time is money, and like they really enjoy gaming that much that they can't wait for a 1080 Ti or whatnot.
And the price of performance is way out of whack compared to like the 1080. If you take like two 1080s would be how much, like $1,300, or like $1,300, $1,400 versus one of these for $1,200. It's like, why would you just get two 1080s for a couple $100 more? Be better.
Or you just wait for the 1080 Ti. I think that's
exactly
what a lot of people will be doing. But it remains to be seen what the 1080 will have. I mean, 1080 Ti will have. Will it have 3,200 and something CUDA cores? So they'll probably cut off another cluster and make it. They can't cut off too much though, because then your 1080 will be getting close to your 1080 Ti, right?
And I guess they'd have to. Well, they would usually have less video memory too on those. But they've already got 8 gigabytes on the 1080, so are they going to cut it down to 8 gigabytes, or are they going to leave it at 12 gigabytes? That's
or maybe they're not even going to release a 1080 Ti. Have you thought about that?
It's a
Is that a
possibility.
possibility? See, I thought that was a
Sure.
possibility when I saw the price tag of 1,200 versus 700 on the Founders Edition, because the Titan X's are going to be technically all Founders Editions, right? So you've got here a $1,200 card versus $700 card. That bracket in between is still going to be what, $900 for a 1080 Ti? They might just skip it all together and say, hey, if someone's got $900, they could just spend 1,200.
I think the logical thing maybe would be if the 1080 Ti, if they were to wait on that a little bit, and eventually bring that out at like the price point where the 1080 is now, and then give the 1080 a price drop, which we've seen them do in the past. That's traditionally is what
Yeah,
they've done in the past. Is usually it'll take over that price point, and then the 80 whatever will get a price drop.
but they're on a squeeze for 16 nanometer too. You got to remember they're on a squeeze, so they want to make as much bank out of 16 nanometer as possible. So just
What if
an
they were to make
educated
us wait?
guess. Eh? Well, they
What if
can't
they
make
make
us
us
wait
wait?
because people want to buy cards. PC enthusiasts want to buy graphics cards. I mean, the other day, my friend, this is funny, man. I was like, my friend had his, I got to show some pictures too. His 780 Ti just blew up, like literally a hole burnt in it. He's like, Brian, what's up? What's with this, man? Have you ever seen this? I said, I've seen that when you overclock. I haven't seen that on a stock card. That's really weird. I got to look into that more for him. But he said, what do I do in the meantime? I said, look, just go on Gumtree, go. I just quickly checked on Gumtree too, and I was like, oh, there's a guy selling a 970 here for 280 AUD, right? Just bang him down to 250. And he went over because I said the guy's probably upgrading to the latest and greatest, and he's just letting his stuff go at ridiculously cheap prices. So he went over to the guy's house. He went, oh, I'll give you 250 for it. That's AUD. So that's probably what, about 190, 180 USD, which is really good in Australia for a graphics card like a 970. So he went over there. And he just said, why are you selling it? And the guy's like, oh, I got two 1070s, man. Just got to get rid of all my old stuff like out the door. So I was like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So he was over the moon. So I was like, yeah. But I don't know. We got to get back on topic. But yeah, people have money to buy graphics cards. They have money. They want performance. And that's where I'm critiquing AMD at the same time with this, is because AMD need to get their big cards out ASAP. Even if like they are a little bit slower, they still need to give the consumers options. We need options. We need to have stock. And as long as Nvidia is the only top dog, but not only that, as long as they're the only top dog with a supply shortage, then they can charge whatever they want. Not whatever they want, but they can charge a little bit extra and people will pay it. I think that's
Well,
safe to say.
My question, Brian, is what do you think is going to win in the benchmarks? Is it going to be the Titan X or the AMD Radeon Pro SSG with 1 terabyte of M.2 flash memory?
Oh, yeah. So this is a card. This is an interesting card where they're starting to use flash memory because a lot of
It still has a shit cooler though.
yeah, I know, but a lot of people need that extra video memory. Like they need lots of it. They need lots of it. So AMD have proposed a solution where they're using flash memory as video memory, and apparently it's working really well. So this is going to be a great card for professional production and whatnot. So I mean, this has really got no standing with gamers. You'd have to be incredibly stupid if you're a gamer to buy this thing.
You never know. It is blue. Someone might have that. Someone might have that set up with that right color of blue, and they're like, "Man, I know I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it, but that's the card for me because it's just got that right color of blue."
Okay, well, it features PCIe 3, 2 M.2 slots, and all right, Joe, laugh it up, man. Like, dude, people in the chat are saying you're blazed. You look blazed.
Not Blaze. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, you sound blazed af, man.
No,
So
I'm
yeah,
not
you're
Blazed AF.
baked, bro. Like I can hear it. Hey, I haven't even seen you on the video feed yet, but like, yeah.
Dude, I've been fucking benchmarking cards for like 3-4 days straight. I'm just freaking beat.
Okay.
Ready to freaking crash out.
All right, man. All right. Well, I'll carry you for the show.
You don't have to carry me, brother. I could take all these topics down.
Okay. So yeah, 10 grand. Apparently, this graphics card is going to be up to $10,000. So we're looking at some big money here if you want to get a card like this. So do you have anything to add on the SSG?
Yeah, this is mainly going to be for like graphics rendering and stuff like that. But usually we see like the Quadros. We usually see those in those big super systems where like for like Disney Pixar.
Yeah.
We almost always see like Nvidia stuff. So this is interesting to kind of see Radeon doing stuff like that. I've never seen them get
Well,
used before for stuff
yeah,
for
but apparently
workflows and
they're
stuff like
gaining a
that.
lot more traction in the professional scene, and especially as more companies and more programs support OpenCL. Like I saw this with Adobe, man. Once that supported OpenCL, I would actually, when I was testing, especially those lower tier cards, like we had a 7870 absolutely flooring that, like it was first the 660 Ti. I would much rather it a 7870 in my desktop. It was smoking it. Like I could render out of 4K video and still do things in the background. With the 660 Ti, couldn't even remotely do anything close. My graphics card was just chugged. So it shows you that OpenCL can be better than CUDA if the program supports it. So what you'll see in the professional scene, if things start opening up to OpenCL, you're going to see, a lot more people adopting AMD products. Just a possibility. And that's what you might be hearing more about this. I don't know too much about what goes on in the software, but that's one thing I did notice with Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't really have too much else to add on to it, and I really don't think there'd be much practical use for this for any of our viewers. So go on
yeah,
to
I mean, ten
Windows
thousand
10.
dollars. Yeah, it's way out of my. I mean, I couldn't afford something like that. If I hit the lottery, I wouldn't spend 10 grand on a graphics card like that. Yeah, but just saying. Anyway, Netflix's cable box deal with Comcast won't
No,
accept data caps. Yeah.
that's still way further ahead.
Oh, okay. I must have.
Next up is
Okay.
we have Windows 10 and the anniversary update. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I got all my topics mixed up here.
oh
Okay.
yeah. Are you sure you're not the one that's done, Brian?
Yeah, but I'm blazed, man.
You must be hashtag 420 blazing it all day, Brian.
Yeah.
So
Joke, you want some munchies?
no, I got some coffee. I got some coffee right here. But anyway, the next topic is the Windows 10 upgrade period is going to be ending on July 29th. So that's just in 2 days, and after that, it's going to be $119. So if you haven't upgraded yet, I guess upgrade now. I don't know how well that's going to be enforced because I haven't like paid for an upgrade to Windows in ages. Like even just like legitimately going like from Windows like 7 to 8
Mm.
and then like 8 to 10, like I'd never got prompted to pay for any upgrades of any kind. I've just kept using the same key that came on like my CD and it just keeps working. There was like one time that it didn't work on like my third PC, and I had to call into Microsoft, and they were just like they gave me a bunch of numbers to punch in, and then it worked again, and now it's worked again on like 3 other PCs since then. So I just keep
Okay.
using that same key over and over again. I'm just like, I guess this is good for life.
Damn
That's
it.
that's that's been my thought on Windows. It's like, oh, I don't know what people keep complaining about. I just use one key forever.
Yeah, well, we'll get free Windows update period. It expires on July 29th. I'm guessing that's US East time, so I mean July 30th for most of the rest of the world. But you've got the option there to upgrade for free now. And I mean, honestly, I would take that upgrade and maybe even just downgrade. That might even be a loophole. You know what I mean? Just upgrade and then backdate, and your computer will still be eligible. Write down your Windows 10 key, and you'll still have the option there to get Windows 10 in the future. You know what I mean? So give yourself some options. Just update and then
What
backtrack,
you
and
may
you won't
even
have.
be able to get around that.
I mean, I don't know, but that's just something that I would do personally. I'd just update,
Well,
and then if I wanted to go back, I'd backdate, and then
well,
I'd
the
have that
one,
key. I'd write down
well,
that key.
I could tell you that one way to probably be able to get around that is to just register for the Windows 10 Insider program, which you can register for before you download Windows 10, and that basically upgrades you to a copy of Windows 10 right away. At least that's how it was, back when I signed up for it. Like that was like right before Windows 10 had went live for everyone.
Yeah.
But it was still like that for a little while afterwards too. So I think you could still register for the Insider program because I still get emails for it all the time.
Well, yeah, you're not going to want to pay $119 though. So there's
Yeah.
truth.
And it's also unfortunate that other people are getting strong armed into using Windows 10. I hate that.
Yeah, I mean that's Microsoft's plan though.
Yeah, and we got
So
the thing coming up later on with Tim Sweeney, which is going to kind of shed some light on why that's maybe kind of bad,
yeah,
what they're trying to do.
but we've also got the anniversary update. Yeah, some bringing in
Well, yeah,
some new
that's what this
features.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had the upgrade there for $119. That was on a separate article, but we had here the dark theme. So this is going to be pretty cool. I love the dark theme, especially when I use Edge. Ooh, I know I'm going to cop some shit for that, but the dark theme in Windows, that's going to be a pretty good feature. You've also got the time, which will now be displayed on all your displays. And since I do use multiple displays, I could actually benefit from that. What about you?
Yeah, I like the dark theme because right now I hated how all of my windows, like the bars across the top, are white. So the
Yeah.
dark would be better. I was actually looking into like little. There's like there are like little hacks you can do in the registry to kind of get it to be black, but
Yeah.
then it makes the text is like the wrong color. It doesn't look right. So this
So
is like this is something I want actually.
yeah, so that time there, I'm just reading. It says 4:20 p.m. Yeah. Telling the time.
4:20 p.m. every day.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Okay. I just had to
Yeah.
make sure before.
That's why you got to be able to have the time up on all your monitors so you can
Yeah.
so no matter which screen you're looking at, you know when it's 4:20.
That's it.
It's like you could be working over here, you could be working over there, you could be working everywhere, but it's 4:20 somewhere. It's, and then you vote Dizzle 2016.
Hey, Dizzle for Bizzle, man. That's it. He's gonna get he's going straight to business, mate. Dizzle for the Bizzle. So I've been watching some of those. I've been watching some of those things lately, man. Holy crap! So what's Hillary Clinton's like she's like actual fugitive or something, yeah? It's like, yeah, let her slide. It's fine. She's running for president. You know, she's above the law.
Well, yeah, she basically is above the
Jesus Christ, that's
there's two different practices of law. There's law for, for those guys, like the top 1%, and then there's the laws for the rest of us. And
okay, so what's all right? So what now is stopping you from voting Dizzle?
I think I don't know who I'm going to vote for at all. I don't know if I'm going to vote for anyone.
You're walking in there. Oh yeah, where is the judge? Oh, Binks mix. Sorry, chat.
We're gonna have to do a write-in for Bernie Sanders, I think.
Yeah.
Or Bill
anyway.
Gates.
Yeah, well, I'll have to get a shirt.
At least Bill Gates made poo water great again. Like he made drinkable poo water.
Yeah, no, he did. He spent a lot of money on that. It's like, yeah, poo water. So we got native. Okay.
And native bash too. Then and Bill Gates is also bringing back native bash, and well, not bringing it back. He's bringing it in for the first time, I guess, right?
Okay. So also Edge is getting extensions, which is going to be really cool. Hopefully some other sites will fix up their code so Edge can work properly with those websites. WCCF Tech. And yeah, we got extensions. It's gonna be awesome. Native Bash.
Yeah,
which
and also
is Unix.
And Tweaktown also needs to stop telling us to disable ad block. That's annoying. Don't do that, Don't do that, Tweaktown. It's annoying.
Hey, well, they got to get money, man. They got to get paid. They do work, and they want to get paid for their work. So,
yeah.
Anyway, Windows will support cross-device Cortana. Okay, we forget about. I forget I read that one. Beefed up Action Center and a taskbar calendar. So we got some cool features there coming. I like the Edge extensions. I like the telling the time, and I like the dark theme. They've also got this file path thing where you can go more than 260 characters, which is huge. I was like, damn, okay. That's not going to apply to me, but it may apply to someone. But anyway, next topic, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. Yeah, they just, right after it had gotten like so big, like I think we just talked about that last week where the Nintendo stock had shot up like massively. Well, now it's gone down massively because Nintendo had to like come forward and basically say like, "Oh, guys, we don't really like own Pokemon. We only own we own like 32% of Pokemon, and then only like a smaller percentage of that than the actual app." So,
well, they're only going to get 13% off the Pokemon Go sales, which is the main thing. I think people are looking at that, right? I think a lot of people came into that buying Nintendo stock off the basis that they own the whole thing. And I was surprised when I went to install it. I was like, where's Nintendo? Like, Nintendo's name wasn't even coming up on the installation. So I was kind of wondering at that time. I was like, why'd the stock go up so much if they don't even own it? But maybe they own a subsidiary. You don't know. But apparently Nintendo have come out outright and saying they're pretty much only going to get 13% of the Pokemon Go sales, which is incredibly low considering that, Nintendo is kind of synonymous with Pokemon, right? Yeah,
they basically just own part of the license of Pokemon, and they've made a lot of Pokemon products, but it doesn't mean that they're the only ones allowed to make Pokemon products. But since they own a portion of it, then they do get a percentage of all the sales, just not as much as a lot of people had thought. So stock isn't really worth as much as people were jumping to the conclusion of it being.
But yeah, like I talked about this on Twitter a little bit. I mean, I think this is one of the biggest fads. I think this will
It already feels like it is dying.
Yeah, like it'll die so quickly, I think. Eh? People will just be like, okay, I'm sick of playing Pokemon Go. Back to life. Yeah, because I went out on the weekend. Like, I went out on the weekend, went drinking, and, I was talking to some people at the bar and, like, do you play Pokemon Go? They're like, yeah, I play it. And it's like, they're like casual. Oh, who cares? Back to life. So,
Well, it feels like I mean, I only really ever saw it on social media, and
yeah,
I mean it's definitely died down a lot on social media. So that to me like looks like it's dying.
yeah,
that's that's how I look at it.
yeah. Okay,
But yeah,
Pokemon Go.
but yeah. So real Nintendo news though, Nintendo NX looks like it's going to be a portable console that's going to have Nvidia Tegra on board,
Interesting
which
article. Interesting article because they're going with a Tegra on a console, which is
well, it's a
very
handheld
interesting.
console.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going with a handheld console. How this is exactly going to work is definitely something I'm going to be following up on for you guys. But so far, we've got confirmed here they're going to be launching it with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So finally, Nintendo are starting to do things right. With the launch, they need some heavy launch titles. They know that. If they want to start selling the consoles, they need some heavy launch titles. What better of a launch title to bring in than Zelda? Man, that'd probably get me to buy the friggin' console too. That's huge news. I like that. That was probably one of my favorite pieces of news that I read there. But apparently, yeah, I heard something about November 11 being released, but now looks like we got some different release dates coming out here, like March in all regions of the world, 2017. They'll be revealing it in September, which will be cool because I can't wait for the official reveal. But it looks like Nintendo are going to get back on board. But how well the Tegra will compete against the AMD's solutions in the PS4 and the Xbox remains to be seen. I mean, going with a mobile unit, it surely wouldn't have as much graphics power as the other two consoles. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So
I'm not sure if Nintendo's gonna have a hard time selling a portable, mostly device. Because people already have a portable device they carry with them everywhere, their phones. So now you're asking to get another portable device they'll have to carry with them everywhere. That's about the size of a phone, maybe even bigger.
mm,
And like yeah, you can hook it up to a big screen when you get home. But in my experience, devices like that you then hook up to your screen at home usually has a less than ideal experience compared to an actual homemade console, that's made for being played at home.
yeah, but
So
it almost seems as if Nintendo is shying away from a battle with these other two titans. You know what I mean? It seems like they're like, no, we don't want to go head to head with graphics. We don't want to compete with you guys for that real hardcore gamer share market. Like, I mean, market share. Sorry. I don't know why they don't want to go head to head. I mean, I love the Nintendo 64. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite consoles ever. I loved it. There just wasn't enough titles.
I would
Um,
love it. I would really just love it if they were to go back and really just take all of their old classic games and make them 1080p HD and accessible to everyone. In an affordable way. You can like maybe stream them or download them without having to go out and buy physical copies of games. And
yeah.
just make it easy. Just make it easy to own all of the classic Nintendo games and be able to play them in HD.
Yeah, but what Nintendo need to do is they need to get back to being Nintendo, and that's what I mean. The Legend of Zelda, hopefully that's a smash hit, but they need more. They need like a whole new Super Mario Brothers. They need new shit. They need new Nintendo shit.
They need new
It's like
Nintendo shit, but I don't see
yeah,
them really. I don't see them really doing that well as on a first-party platform on their own console,
yeah.
because I don't see that really working anymore. Because people want convenience; they don't want to have to own three different devices to own, just to play three different types of exclusives. Just a few exclusives, and it seems like in the direction Nintendo's always going of having these like really unique systems that are so outside the box that normal developers can't even develop for
Well,
them
people are
because
getting. I
they
mean,
have to
people are getting
develop
sick of
all
it. This
different
could
things.
be, this could be Nintendo's next flop. I'm looking at it kind of with that worry. Like people are saying in the chat, people are like GoldenEye 64. Rip 60. All these titles are coming up. It's like, yeah, that's what Nintendo need to get back to doing, is making the console and making the freaking epic titles. And bringing that out and saying, hey, who cares about what the competitor's doing? We're doing this. Okay, you might have a little bit of a graphical advantage, but no, we've got the games, bro. We got Nintendo. We are Nintendo. That's what they need to do. And they're not. It looks like they're not doing that. It looks like they don't want to They're going off portable console. Yeah, hey guys, I'm just going to take over my Nintendo NX to your house. Oh, you've already got one. Oh, why do I need to bring
I
this
think they
friggin'
could.
thing
I
over to
think.
your
I
house?
personally, I just think Nintendo could make so much more money if they were to just go ahead and launch something like the Nintendo App Store and just license out all of their games on there on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, everything. Just license out their games on whatever, anything that can run it. Just license them out.
Yeah,
Android, whatever, doesn't matter. I just want to be able to play Nintendo games wherever. That's where
yeah.
the money is going to. I think is in them is in the software, because it seems like their hardware is going the route almost like of what Sega did, although they've been hanging on for a lot longer than Sega, admittedly. But
Well,
I just
listen,
see them kind
no,
of fall to the wayside eventually.
Sega made the right decision. They were like, no, we gotta get out while he still can, you know. So they did.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love Sega though. I love the Mega Drive. Oh God, bringing back
Sega,
memories.
Sega,
Bringing back memories.
yeah,
They
Sega was good
they
stuff.
completely flopped on the Dreamcast though, which is sad.
Yeah.
Completely flopped. Anyway, we got Epic Tim Sweeney. Epic.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney
The
came
epic
forward
one.
and he basically is making more claims about we were talking about this a little bit earlier with the Windows 10, and he's basically claiming that Windows 10 is what the store is eventually going to patch it out, so the Steam marketplace and games on Steam eventually become more and more broken as time goes on. Not maybe ever completely breaking them, but making it so broken to the point that it'll just seem, just out of a point of convenience that people will gravitate towards the Windows Store instead.
Yeah. Well, what they're saying is he's saying that there's basically two programming interfaces that every app has to go through, and there's Win32, and then there's a Universal Windows Platform, and that's the Windows Universal Platform is more of a locked down sandbox kind of way of doing things. And with that, they can lock that to the Windows Store, and anything else that uses this path will be kind of buggy. And so Tim Sweeney said that basically in the future they're going to do more of this, and it's going to cause things like platforms like Steam to be buggy, and then they can try and get their customers over to the Windows platform. But I mean, like Microsoft, I don't know who does, I don't know, man. We got to get on some positive news because all this crap is just negative. It just makes me wonder, Microsoft, if you want to compete with Steam and you want to make a freaking legit push, it's called Loss Leader. That's what it's called. Does any of these guys at the company study marketing, or do they know how to, seriously make a business successful? Because it seems like Microsoft they make moves like, hey, let's be a bunch of clowns. And you're seeing a lot of these sort of plays from a lot, not just Microsoft, a lot of companies making these clown maneuvers. It's like you'd think clowns are running the show in these companies. If you want to get people over to the platform, you make Windows, you make the platform really good. The Windows Store, you say, hey, you can play games, or you make a branch off the store, Windows Game. It's that simple, right? You make a freaking name, Windows Game. And then you have that. People can install the games on there, and you make the games cheap so people want to buy them on your platform. Oh, there's a concept that works. Hey. Okay,
no, they don't want to do that. They want to strong arm everyone into a lockdown marketplace where they can charge whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly, and rip you off from the get-go. I mean, that's what I mean. Loss leader, you get people in, and then you can charge more money. That's how it works. It's usually that's the most viable strategy. But I mean, Anyway,
right now they're just choking everyone into that marketplace. Yeah. And if you want to play their games, then you got to pony up $60.
Well, what they're doing is they're choking people into their Windows Store. They're doing that, but at the same time, they're like, okay, let's give ourselves a bad reputation in the process. So hopefully, in the meantime, something else can come along, and it's going to be much more popular, i.e., Vulkan. So, Microsoft, you got to get on your game. I'm just like, even from a cynical business point of view, they've got to do more. You know what I mean?
Do they really have to though? I mean, otherwise, who are they going to compete with?
Look, I can complain. Just contrast this to Nvidia for a second, though. I can complain about Nvidia, but Nvidia, from a business standpoint, wow, they're doing so successful. You know what I mean? You can't really critique that, man. They're making bank, and they're doing it in one of the smartest ways possible, right? So
Microsoft, it feels like they're just kind of herding cattle.
Yeah, it just seems like
we're just kind of cattle, and they're just like, you don't even know we're like huge cattle. They're just pushing us along like a stick. That's all they need to move us is just a little stick, a little prod every now and again to get us in the right direction into the window. So no, you're not updating later. You're updating right now. You update right now.
You know,
There
it
you
seems
go.
like
You're
It
updated.
seems like Microsoft
And
just
now
want to
you're
go.
in.
You know, well, they want to go bang their head instead of putting a bit of padding down on the wall. You know, to soften the blow. It's just like, no, we're going straight to the concrete wall, and they just want to keep banging their head on the concrete wall. You know,
I
uh,
like banging my head on the wall.
you like on a concrete wall? Damn. So that's why you
Sometimes.
is that
It depends what
so
music
that's
I'm
why you
listening
just
to.
so is that why you're just permanently 420 mode, eh?
Dude, it's 4:20 caffeine coffee time.
You know,
My
just
my coffee's gone cold.
do you want to bang your head on the desk just on the live?
I need to heat my coffee up for
Just do
about
it. Just bang
420
bang it.
seconds.
Here you go. Bang your head on the keyboard live. Come on.
No, these are Cherry MX Browns. These are nice. I don't want to break
Doesn't
these.
matter, man. They might cushion the blow. Come on. That's what we're
You
talking
know what
about.
won't cushion the blow is these GTA 5 mods with these photorealistic graphics.
All right, we'll look onto that. That is a good segue too.
Look at this Mustang. That's hotness.
I mean, yeah, this looks
Hot sheriff's
ridiculously
car.
good. Like, this is a game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to remind ourselves this is an actual game here, not, not just a screenshot of real life. Like, that just looks ridiculously good. And I'm going to replay the game if we can get this thing going. Like, damn, that is so sexy.
So basically you want to go down this mod and then play this again.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Look at that Mustang, too. Holy shit.
I'm amazed at how well the performance has come along in this game too, because I remember when it first came out, I struggled running the game even in 1440p. But now, like, all the cards that I test, even like down to the 1060 and the 480, can handle this game at 1440 maxed out.
Yeah.
And then the 1080 can in 4K. It's just not a problem. 90 FPS all the time.
Man, that just looks so freaking good.
I want to play this in 4K and just lick it like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, like anyway, guys, you gotta download this Natural Vision photorealistic GTA 5. Wow, that's all I can say. It's just wow, you know. Holy crap.
I want to go to that organic food market that Lamborghini has set outside of. That's probably Linus driving that. It's probably Linus's Lambo.
Oh yeah.
Linus does have a Lambo. I've seen him driving it.
Oh yeah. You got one on the side, man.
So anyway, up next we got Gears of War 4. We got some PC features that have been unveiled, like the frame rate being unlocked. They're going to have resolution support up to 4K. Benchmark mode is going to be built into it. That's really nice because I actually really like the benchmark that they have on Gears of War right now because it chews up a lot of video memory, and I could just run it on a loop over and over again and restart it to reset the averages after I redo my settings and stuff. It's such a good, helpful benchmark for overclocking and just stressing a GPU to the max for me.
Benchmark mode, yes. You got a benchmark mode, no?
Yeah, I like the Gears benchmark. It's good stuff. It's one of the things they did right on that game. And full keyboard and mouse input remapping. That's good because there was you couldn't remap some of the controls with the rolling on the Gears remaster. So like the sprinting, it was bound to the same key as rolling. So it looks like this is now going to have independent controls for those that you can remap. So I think that's a good move. That was something that you needed. I hope they patch that into the Gears remaster. Actually, it'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I don't really play Gears of War, brother, so you just take this one away. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun with it.
Well, yeah, no, I was looking through the bullet points again, seeing if there was anything I missed there that I wanted to go over.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it all sounds good. I think they're going in the right direction. In the Windows Store, most of the titles that I've been testing have seemed to have gotten a lot better in terms of performance. Forza runs great. I haven't tried Quantum Break yet because I just don't own a copy of it, and I just heard that's completely broken. I'm not entirely sure how much that comes down to the UWP though, because it seems games like Gears of War and Forza, Killer Instinct, stuff like that, all seems to run pretty well. So I don't see why Quantum Break can't get running good too. So that's really that.
Don't see why not. Yeah, what's going on there?
Get the finger out, Quantum Break.
Yeah, actually, I'm having a chamomile tea because I ran out of Earl Grey tea, and it's like actually. This stuff works, man. I notice I'm getting more relaxed midstream.
Are you sure you don't have some 420 in that?
They might have similar elements or might have similar ingredients in there that are synonymous with the 420 that you're on, you know.
In the chamomile?
Yeah, the chamomile. So, do you want to talk about your Netflix thing? You know, you're dying to talk about Netflix. You want to talk about Netflix?
Yeah, so Comcast, they're kind of infamous for having data caps implemented on their service,
Yeah.
throttling people's service for using Netflix and stuff like that because they just want everyone to be using cable TV. So, in an effort to that would seem to make that better, they offered Netflix right on the set-top boxes, so you could actually get the cable box and have Netflix on it. But now, that's they still count that against your data cap. So even though
Yeah.
it's going over the same exact coax cable that's going to your cable box for your cable, if you use it for Netflix, it gets charged differently, and they could still implement their data caps for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 1 terabyte is a lot. It's just that it's not enough for some people. So,
It's not that much really. It's really not that much, and they make people pay more for it, and it's not necessary. Like I have Verizon. We don't have to pay anything extra for that. We just have unlimited.
it should honestly be 1 terabyte per person. I think that would be like, because like a single person is going to probably be fine with 1 terabyte, but you contrast that to a whole family with, especially with teenagers, man. Like, wow, okay, you're suddenly that 1 terabyte will erode very quickly, and then dad gets home from work, he wants to watch his Netflix, and son X has used up all the monthly cap downloading 4K porn, and what you got here is a situation. You know what I'm saying? You got a situation, so they need to do something about their 1 terabyte monthly caps. It's just not fair. Oh, you just pay more money. Oh, okay, that's kind of not fair though.
I mean,
That's yeah.
if Comcast came to me though and they were dressed up in that gigantic TV remote controller outfit, I mean, I'd probably trust them too. I'd probably give them a chance if they came at me in that kind of outfit. I'd be like, yeah, these guys look like I try to be trustworthy guys.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there's Comcast anyway. So get your cable TV and get your 1 terabyte cap.
Just
So,
get rid of your cable TV and get a Sling
yeah,
subscription. It's the way to go.
yeah,
Sling it up.
sling it up. All right,
So,
so what do we got here? We got the RX 480 Strix Gaming.
well, this is
Uh,
okay. So the reason I have this up here, Brian, is I have to kind of explain why I have this up.
yep,
Is on the I just did the review on the Sapphire Nitro card, and I was talking about the card was having trouble overclocking,
yep,
and then afterwards people had brought this to my attention where actually there's an issue, could be an issue with the overclocking with the Wattman software specifically, because Kit Guru and their overclocking, they were actually able to get a higher overclock using GPU tweak versus they were able to get up to 1400 megahertz versus the Wattman software, they weren't able to get it as high. So that could
yeah,
be
but
a
like
contributing
still
factor.
1400 megahertz is not that big. We were
No, it's
hoping
still
for
not.
1.5, right? I mean, I hit 1366. Did you hit 1366 on your reference?
1350. I mean, I could I
Yeah,
could I could get it to
whatever.
1366, but it wouldn't. It would in some benchmarks it would crash. Others it wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, but people were getting it around then. Like an extra 40 megahertz is just nothing. Like it's not even okay. You tweaked it to that. It's still nothing. Like it's still not even big. So is this an indication that these cards just can't really boogie over 1.4 gigahertz? Is that the truth?
I think that's the case with the
Yeah,
480s in general. I think we're seeing a ceiling there of around
yeah,
1400. So,
yeah.
to get a card like even my Sapphire Nitro at 1342 and not even being able to get it to 1350 is really not that surprising to me
So this is
because
going to
they're
put
pretty
this
much
card
they're
at,
pushing it right up to the limit.
I mean, honestly, at 1.5 gigahertz, this thing would have been a great card. Like, it would have been great. But at 1.4, it's kind of like you starting to lower the clocks. Maybe this is just a one-off as well. It's a review sample, right? 1.4. So maybe 1.35 is what we're realistically looking at for a majority of these 480s. And if that's the case, then it's just a good buy. It's not a great buy. You know, that's the truth. There we
Yeah,
go.
I think
So,
that's kind of like what I came to the conclusion of is, if it was me buying a card right now, I would probably lean towards the 1060 because
yeah,
they're running cooler as a result of that. They're running quieter. They cost
yeah.
about the same. You can get them for around $250 for some of them, and they're going to overclock better too.
Yeah, I'd have to check it out. I mean, I still got to get my hands on a 1060, but I got to check it out in Oz and whatnot because I'll be back there for holidays very soon. So can't
Yeah,
wait. Yeah,
we're gonna do some ghetto editions of TGW from your parents' kitchen table.
dude, I will go out. I'll get the table set on the veranda and I'll just do it outside, mate. You can have
You
hoons going by doing burnouts and skids.
have to just send me
Hey
over the
guys.
you'll have to just give me over the post and I'll just send you over my 1060 and you can test it.
Okay. Yeah. Send us over your 1060, bro. That'd be good.
Yep.
Get that cracking.
Will do. All right. So next up, we got the 460 and the 470. Rumors are pointing to them coming out on the 28th of July and August 4th for the 460 and the 470.
Yeah, so like I said, I've really got the eyes on the 470. That's the one that I liked. I mean, especially if it's going to hit that $150 price point. What do you think about that? Like, what do you got?
I think the 470 is going to be a pretty good card for 1080p gaming. I think it's going to be fun to look at it for that and see what it can actually do. And also, it's good because unlike the 480, which now has competition at $250 with the 1060, these cards don't have any competition from Nvidia at that price range right now.
$150? Oh yeah, like $150. And if it's giving the performance it's giving, this might be the winning card out of the RX lineup. I mean, because what we saw from the specs was that the RX 470, it's sort of the same GPU as the RX 480, just with a cut down cluster there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to the RX 460, which only got 128 bit bus, bitwide bit bus there. So you can see that the RX 470 is kind of in the same league as the RX 480. Yet it's $50. Shit's a whole cut off the block cheaper. You know what I mean? So I'm liking, and plus when you start cutting it down the card, you're also going to have less power consumption, and your reference card will be fine on the 470. So
Yep, and hopefully, yeah, if as long as they get the temps in line, that's going to be my concern on those.
me like
the 480, man, the 480 runs hot. They all run hot.
well,
Hot as
yeah,
shit.
with an 80 mil fan, that's said
I
that
mean,
about
even
it.
even on the Sapphire Nitro, man, that card just runs hot. Like they run
No,
hot.
wait, well, no, it's not even an 80 mil fan. It's like 60 or 70. How big is that little fan?
I don't know.
I forgot.
I don't have.
Anyway.
I don't own a ruler. I'm not a carpenter, so I never.
Yeah,
had
I
reason to
see
own
it
one.
probably. Yeah, it looks like it's 60 mil fan. I don't know.
And
Anyway,
thank you, Bob Cobble. Bob Cobble wanted to say, do you think the new Titan will be the first 60 FPS 4K fully maxed out card? Well, the 1080 is kind of already the 4K fully maxed out card. At least it is for me. Plays
depends
everything I
on the
want
games.
to.
I mean, it'll be big. Yeah, it'll be able to max a lot of games out at 4K.
I mean, games
I
I
mean,
can't max out are like Witcher 3 and Rainbow Six Siege in the Division. That's pretty much it. Everything else I can pretty much max out at 4K.
yeah, Joker and his 1080s. Bob, don't donate any more money too. Joker's going to get that money, and he's going to go buy another graphics card, put it in an SLI, and he's going to realize that SLI doesn't work that well.
I have graphics cards.
I got asked when I'm releasing another video. It's coming very soon. I've just had to do a lot. Like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I can't personal things. I can't really divulge too much, guys. Sorry, this time around. I will divulge all in the future, though. Don't worry. I promise you guys, all this stuff will be, revealed. The master plan. But yeah, AMD's got the master plan. I got the Brian master plan too, bro.
That's Adored TV's copyright. You can't steal that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, Adore TV.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, he's got to come on the show anyway, so then I can
I'll have him beat you to death with a bagpipe or something.
with a skirt.
That's
A quilt.
racist.
A quilt. Sorry, a quilt.
That's racist.
Yeah, you mistake, dude. You get that word so mixed up. It's nationalist or whatever. Yeah, no, maybe not racist. Okay. Anyway, dictionary time, Joker.
All right, I'm just gonna make sure that you're finished talking because
Yeah.
people say that I always cut you off. Ray Tech said I'm cutting you off.
I just.
So I'm making sure I don't cut you off now. So don't talk. So
Okay.
let me know when you're done talking, and then I'll begin talking.
Okay, Joker. Here's your cue. Begin talking.
Okay, so the next topic is we're looking at these leaked pictures of the RX 460 and 470 from Sapphire.
Stop. Hey, shh. All right, start talking.
Okay, so we're looking at these leaked images of the 460 and 470, and now we'll shoot it over to Brian. You can now have the talking stick.
Okay. All right. So the RX 460 Nitro. It looks good. Like I said to Ed on Twitter, I'd like to actually see some holes instead of them being dimples. I'd like to see them actually be holes, so then I could actually try and grate cheese with this thing for the viewers. I think the viewers would love that.
Well, if they go along with what happened with the 480, I would have to think that this is an early design, and that's going to be black,
Yeah.
just like the other one. And this is like a prefab before they've had a chance to finalize the color on it.
Yeah.
And the other one looks like a, $100 graphics card.
Yeah. Uh,
just, just, just that's what it looks like to my eyeballs that I have in my face.
okay, so there's nothing too special going on here with the cards, like especially compared to the RX-480. You know, we saw a lot of different custom models being released, and a lot of those looked pretty damn good. Here, it's kind of like you're seeing similar, just trickled down models. So, yeah, RX 460, RX 470. I like the 470. Mars are
Yeah,
on the 470 now.
but
So,
now is that really line up with our next article we have up here from Video Cards? The last one we have up here is there a picture of an
yep.
RX 460, which looks more in line with the 480 Nitro. It looks more like that card.
Yeah,
But we can clearly see that this is smaller, so this looks like it would be a 460 because it's a much shorter PCB.
well, dude, they got the box right there. I mean, this looks legit like,
Almost
I mean,
legit AF.
yeah, legit AF. I mean, yeah, I'd say that's what they're doing. Why would they go and make a completely different model on a cheaper card when they've already got the freaking, the mold there? You know what I mean? Like, they got the fans there. The fans look identical. Yeah, that's the fans on your Nitro. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly
Yeah.
like it, just on a shorter PCB, a little bit shorter design. Looks basically
Yeah.
like it.
That's it. You just get the current design, chop it off, bang. You got yourself a 460 cooler. So that makes more sense.
Yeah, it
And
does
dollars too.
It makes more sense. I think
Yeah.
one of these other ones might be legit. I think this might be a reference one, but I think that's going to be black at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And it looks like a little bit fatter though. Like the bottom
Okay.
part, the card with the backplate looks a little bit fatter than the top picture.
Yeah. All right, Joker, we get it, man. You vape. We get it.
We get vape. What?
Yeah, we get it, dude.
All right. Well, that means we're out of topics, which means we need some questions so we can answer them.
Yeah, so we finished up pretty quickly. We blazed through it. We blazed through the topics, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's what happens, when everyone is, on the ball and, sharp as attack and ready to go with all of their wit for these topics and just fire
More
right through them.
life in Japan. Damn, people want to see Japan, Japan, Japan. Oof, that's going to be unfortunate. So, yeah, more life in Japan. I'll see what I can do with some Japanese content for you guys. But, yeah. What do we got for questions? Start dropping the questions in, guys. We'll start answering. And, yeah. We can do what we can do. It's kind of dark here. I forgot to turn on my main light overhead.
You look all right. I got my highlights high enough for the both of us.
Okay. There we go. So yeah, a lot of people want to see more life in Japan. Okay, Japan, Japan, Japan. Damn. Okay. I should have just brought my camera out on the weekend. I went partying, So.
Oh yeah, so someone asked about the Kick-Ass Torrents getting taken down. Did you hear about that? Basically,
what?
the leader of Kick-Ass Torrents got taken down.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. Cat got taken down, eh?
Yeah, and then it was immediately followed up by a website going up saying that it was the new Kick-Ass Torrents.
Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, graphics card manufacturers in Japan. There's Kuro Torshko, I think it is Kuro Torshko. They basically just a rebrander of Galax cards. So that's what people asked is what kind of.
Do you want to get some Menko?
Oh man, really? You going there? I got some on the weekend. Oh.
I've been learning Japanese with Filthy Frank.
So yeah, I'm pretty good though, guys. I'm back. Like me personally, people asking how
I can't remember what his new one he was. It's not Nomurasura.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of that's pretty dirty, man. I'm not really say that on much stream.
No, the new one wasn't that dirty. It was more like, it was like I give a fuck or whatever, like, or I don't care what you have to say, something along those lines.
I watched him, man. Like he's laughing mid video because it's so stupid the shit he's saying. Like you say that in Japan, you literally there'd probably be police. Some chicks like if they've had a bad day and you say that crap to them, they'll probably get the police involved, man. Because you're a foreigner, you'll get arrested straight up ASAP. So
hey, man,
be careful with Filthy Frank's Japanese video there.
I trust Papa Frank to to guide me, correctly so that I'm safe in my travels to Japan and abroad, the entire Eastern Asia seaboard.
Yeah. I got asked about the build videos and if I made a bit of profit on selling them. Yes, I did. There was the main segment that I did. Some I didn't make any profit on. Some I broke even. Some weren't worth it, definitely. But I found that mid-range, when we're talking, say, when I did those $250 builds, they were making good profit. Like I could sell them for around about 400, 450, and that was like the sweet spot. That was really a sweet spot on those used builds. So if I do use builds in the future, I'm probably going to be focusing on more of that sweet spot. I will be still doing all the price ranges, but I think if I want to make profit off it, that's your sweet spot. You try and pick up a cheap X58 board, and you see the value out of that E5640, man. That thing is like beating the 2500K, and a lot of people are like, wow, that physics score in 3D Firestrike, damn, that's huge. How do you do that? It's just you're overclocking essentially an 8-threaded CPU that's $20. So that's with that. So you got asked, what determines a card to perform good? Core megahertz or RAM megahertz? Usually core megahertz way more than RAM. So yeah, if you can overclock your core, your GPU as high as it can go, you're usually going to get really good performance. So I got asked, can you show us sex clubs in Japan? No, I don't go to sex clubs in Japan. I mean, I wouldn't even bother.
No, you know what I'd rather see? I want you to go to like one of those heavy metal clubs where it's like just like the Japanese girls in it, but they all play heavy metal.
Yeah. I mean, there's some of those groups. Like, there's some of those upcoming. They're like at our school. They got their little metal group, and they.
Not like little schoolgirls. I mean,
yeah, but
like,
that's
like
what I mean.
women.
But they're in the making, and then they go to those places.
But I mean, like,
So, yeah.
I mean, like the sexy anime women like playing metal.
Yeah, that you can get that in Tokyo if you want.
Yeah.
So.
All right, because I like metal, and anime chick sounds like a good time. Go check out some hot weeaboo metal.
Yeah. Okay.
That has to be a thing, right?
So, yeah. Also, we got the 480 RAM overclock is crazy. Someone asked us to report on this. How did your Nitro go for the RAM overclock?
I could push it to like 2200, but then it would have been the only thing I could push. I couldn't raise the core or anything like that, and it barely made a difference. So I thought it was best to just test it, completely at stock, because I couldn't do anything else with the card really.
Okay.
If I tried to push the core at all, it just became unstable, and it would start running lower than the stock clock speeds.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you got a 10% overclock on the memory. Okay, that's not insane though. Someone was saying. Okay.
Tyler wants to know a favorite restaurant chain.
780 at the moment. I only got like 100
Castle.
megahertz out of that thing, so it's 1.2 something gigahertz. The 780 in the background in my computer at the moment. I heard Japanese women don't shave. Okay, you guys want to talk about Japanese women, eh?
Someone asked.
Okay.
Someone mentioned baby metal. Not specifically baby metal. I know exactly who baby metal is, but there's nightclubs that are a little bit different than them, but similar. Like it's the same kind of like get up with the costumes and stuff, but they go way more hardcore with like their stage shows and stuff like that. They put on like insane stage shows.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
I'm gonna go with this. Okay, we gotta on the stream. A lot of people are asking about the Japanese hairy pussies. Okay, we'll talk about that quickly, right? So, my experience, the younger generation, they trim. I will say I've never seen a Brazilian here. Never, not once. As opposed to the older generation, yeah, that's kind of true. Like if you're talking, say, a chick now that would be like, say, around about 40 years old, back when I was 20, you know what I mean? Like back 10 years ago, yeah, she wouldn't have shaved. And then, the younger generation now, they trim and, whatnot. So, yeah, I guess that's to enlighten those people who, who like their, yeah, no, that's it. People have to know about it, okay?
I don't know how we got into this topic. I just want
to. People are asking in the chat. People want to know.
I don't know. I honestly like just like halfway through you like talking about that, it just made me think about going to eat dinner and just going away far away.
Hey man, I'm a straight up guy. You ask me a question, I'll give you a straight answer. Who's
Yeah, but I kind of feel like Jenny and Forrest Gump, where I just want God to make me a bird, so I can fly far away. Anyway,
can we get some tech questions here?
No one has any tech questions. All they want to do is talk about weed.
Yeah.
There isn't even weed in New Jersey, man.
What?
The scene is dry.
Okay. Uh, oh man, the chat's crazy. This is insane.
We're talking about Annie Menko.
Anyway, anyway. I mean, there's lots more stories. I mean, I'd have to tell people in person. So come to PAX Prime if a lot of you guys in the chat, come to
God,
PAX Prime. We'll have some beers. We'll talk
PAX
about all
West
this
Prime.
off camera stuff, Um,
Brian, it's PAX West. I keep telling you, it's PAX West.
okay, well, I'm going to call it PAX Prime because I still see it on the thing. It's called PAX Prime. So,
Yeah, but they did that because they didn't. I told you they started calling it PAX West because they didn't want to make the other PAXs feel inferior.
okay.
So that's why they started calling it PAX West because now it's just PAX East, West, North, and PAX Oz.
Yeah. So, but we all know PAX West is going to be the shizzle, right? So,
Yeah, I still got to get my plane tickets for that.
all right. So we get starting to get some pretty no. Oh man, all right. So like anti-duckable. I mean, look, I'll answer that question, man. IRL. I'm not gonna. We're going too deep now. Okay. The Bush question was far enough. Okay. Oh man. All right, we're gonna pull the filthy Frank discussion away. Let's get back to tech questions. So,
Yeah,
so do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, oh yeah, someone said they reminded me I hit 70K. I did hit 70K. So yeah, that did happen.
Well, I will say one more thing about Japanese pussy in general. Okay, people want to keep talking about it. Okay, the older they are, generally the easier it is to do it as well. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you're into that, if you're into the forest, then just hit up those 40-plus-year-old women, man. You're gonna have a great time. So there you go.
So Brian, when you come to America, what are you planning on doing?
I'm going to LA, and then I'm going to Vegas. We're staying at a place called Planet Hollywood. So that's going to be so good. I'm going to go gambling. I'm going to get a cowboy hat, and I'm going to go out on the strip.
Well, it sounds like you got a friggin' plan, man. Like you're going to get a cowboy hat in Vegas, I assume, right?
Yeah, that's what you could do, right? You get a cowboy hat, you go to Vegas.
And you're going to play. What are you going to gamble on? You're going to play some poker or some roulette or what?
Yeah, well, what I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to pretend I'm American.
Why are you going to do that?
And then I'm going to be like, and then I'm going to throw out my Aussie accent and just see the reaction.
That sounds like a plan, man. That sounds worth the trip.
All right. Yeah, well, that's it. So I can't wait to go to the States. But yeah. Oh man, the chat just, oh man, this is crazy. Oh, it's such a funny chat, man. It's crazy.
Chat is off the rails today.
It's off the rails, hey. I'm planning to go to Disneyland. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut these shenanigans today here, and we're gonna get out of here. And then Brian Brian and I we're gonna meet up in Seattle at PAX, and we're gonna have a party, and we're gonna talk about all this.
Yeah.
And then you guys are all invited.
So yeah, well, we're gonna do America. I'm gonna be doing vlogs and stuff in America a lot. I can't wait. Like I'll be trying to find some tech in America. Some new used tech. I'm also gonna get some Teflon. That's something I'm gonna do.
Are you gonna be the Teflon Don of tech?
That's it. That's the thing. Teflon Don of tech. So I heard it's like $60 for a vest. There is that true?
A vest?
Yeah, Teflon.
What kind of vest?
Teflon.
You know, like a bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
Oh no, those things cost bank.
Okay, damn. So that's also going to get some fashion, Teflon fashion,
Like you can get like a shit one maybe, but like if you want to get a decent one, like you're going to spend like a good $150-$200 for a decent one.
Okay.
If you want to stop anything more than a 22.
Okay.
People want to hear you do your American accent.
Okay, guys. So what's going on is I'm going to America, and then I'm going to Planet Hollywood. Yeah.
I think if you talk like that in America, you get punched in the face or shot or something.
Don't shoot me. I have my Teflon vest on, okay? So don't shoot me, but
But yeah, man, like we're gonna stop talking about like weird shit. And we're gonna cut out of here so I can go play some. I'm gonna go play some more Witcher 3 and Overwatch and stuff and relaxing, and then go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'll do Japanese as well. We'll get that on camera. I'll do a vlog and I'll start speaking Japanese to the guy. And he'll be like, "Look, man, just speak English." I'll be like, "Sumimasen, eigo wakarimasen."
Every PC ever, Noble. Every PC ever. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. We will
Right.
catch you next week, same time, same place for TGW, and I think you'll be in Australia, right?
Yeah. So next week it'll be come from Australia, so that'll be awesome. So
Yay!
look forward to giving that to you guys. I'll be having a kebab in hand with the. I'm gonna bring the Jar Jar mug. Okay, I will bring the Jar Jar mug to Oz.
And you gotta get a Foster's.
Yeah, Foster's alright.
And a knife.
Yeah, Japanese ladyboys are very rare. You won't Thailand in Bangkok, man. They're numerous.
Brian knows all about those. He knows Brian.
Oh, yeah,
Brian's got like a Yelp app where he can locate them by GPS. Notice me a senpai. You're gonna notice a senpai.
All right, let's go. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next stream. Thanks for tuning in. It's go crazy.
Brian for vice president, Joker for president.